Good morning, I'm Jennifer Barrera, and I'll be talking to you about nonverbal communications. I would like to discuss body language, how important it is, and I'll be going over the importance, your proper posture, eye contact, your facial expressions, and body movement and touch. You may wonder, why is it important for nonverbal communication? For the nonverbal communication, it goes based on your approach. Are you threatening? Are you calm, assertive? And your facial expressions may show, like, are you happy? Are you scared? Are you mad? Angry? It tells a lot about what's going on. Besides your voice or the words you're saying, your body tells a lot. It can tell a story of what's going on, what's happening, and how you're expressing yourself. Along with the nonverbal, it's also subconscious, so you don't have to think about it. It just naturally happens. You don't have to be like, oh, make sure my hands are to my side, make sure I'm smiling. It just happens naturally, so you don't have to think about it. Unlike your words are consciously. I have to think about what I'm going to say next before it happens. For eye contact, when you're talking to somebody else or even a group of people, eye contact is important because it's showing that you acknowledge them, that you're listening, you're paying attention. And it also it could be, depending on your culture, it could be also threatening as well. So you need to keep in mind of other cultures and religions when it comes to speaking and talking to others. Another key to remember is when you're presenting in front of a large group of people, make sure you scan the room. So if I'm looking at this audience, I'm going to look this way for a couple seconds at a time. Then I move into the middle section and then to the other section, which would be my last one. And then it's also called the Z form. So you go from right to left or left to right. You acknowledge each section of the room to make sure your voice is getting across to them and that you're acknowledging them. Your facial expressions. Like I mentioned before briefly, your facial expressions show a lot. Whether it's verbal, whether you're talking or nonverbal. There's some who can't speak or talk that you have to go based on their facial expressions. Are they in pain? Are they happy? Are they crying? That's all nonverbal. Think about sports. Baseball, for instance. The coaches are giving the players cues by touching, by looking, facial, body movements, and that's telling them what to do next, whether to steal a base, whether to swing at this next ball that's coming. It's all little cues, and they're very important. Along with a job interview, are you going to be happy the entire time? Are you going to be sad? Are you going to be bored, like looking back, like I'm not interested? Because when it comes to the person listening to you, they're going to not judge you, but they're like, well, they don't seem interested. Let me move on to the next. So the facial expressions are pretty important, just like the rest of the ones that I mentioned as well. The next one is body movement. If I'm pacing back and forth, like swinging my arms, that shows that either I'm nervous or, something's going on. I know it can be intimidating when it comes to speaking in person to big crowd, small, large, depends on you, how you react. But like this, while I'm speaking to somebody or while I'm giving this presentation, that just looks like I'm really thinking. I'm trying to get my words together. Or if you're at a job interview, you're holding your arms crossed. Or if you're at work, it just shows to me it would show intimidation, or they're just like, okay, what now? It doesn't look appropriate. If your arms are to your side, your shoulders a little back, your back is straight. So if you're in this position, you don't look threatening. You look presentable. You look like you're willing to learn and listen. versus like this, it's like, it's like, to me, this is like you're in a rush or you're trying to get your way to something. It just looks intimidating. It doesn't look appropriate. So try to remember, keep your shoulders up to the back, arms to the side at all times, and along with, you don't want to put your hands in front of you because now you're showing attention to the wrong parts of the body. When it comes to speaking, I'm looking at the hands, facial expressions, body movement. So open palms while speaking is non-threatening. And the next one I'm going to present, which is the last one, is based on touch. Touch can be very important to a lot. Touch starts at, I want to say, a fetus or when a baby's born. They have a better way of adapting to life who are touched, held, cuddled, versus the ones who are not. And it brings the comfort, along with it could bring pain. So it brings a variety of things along with like hot and cold feeling. That's a form of touch. And job interview, a nice firm handshake, thank you very much, or hey, nice to meet you. You're acknowledging that person with that first contact of touching, along with, like you're in a sport. High five, good job, guys. Pat on the back. That shows that comfort, love, and affection, even from a mother to their child. It shows the affection and that you acknowledge them. It's another form of nonverbal communication. And this is my reference page of what I presented today and what I researched of nonverbal body movements. I hope you like my presentation, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.